What's up, Detroit?
They got one up on the Yankees yesterday.
That doesn't make you happy, right, Ant?
No.
And old broken down Rickety Johnson is pitching there.
You know something went...
I'm a-coming, but my head is running low.
when you got Joe Torre saying, yeah, well, we don't know. Until he shows up, we don't know how he's going to pitch, how he's going to feel, if it's going to be... He's your starting pitcher when you're,
Why won't him and Brett
You're
Favre
1-1 going to the...
Holyfield, just stop.
Going to foreign territory. You don't have the home field advantage, and you're throwing in this guy with his bad back, and no one knows if it's going to work. Oh,
you got bigger problems than that. What happened to A-Rod yesterday?
Oh, nothing.
What happened to A-Rod?
Another instance of bases loaded and striking out.
But that's you.
That's got to be driving you Yankee fans
as long as you can sign that check.
Man, it's meant to leave him alone. Leave that
guy
Puerto Rican alone.
You can't leave him alone. They're saying he could be the greatest player in Major League history.
The playoffs start and the choke.
What will get him? Okay, what will redeem him?
I don't know. I don't think anything.
A couple of home runs.
I think he's one of those guys.
No one redeems him. 18 for 18.
Just 18 straight hits.
18 straight hits. I put
no one will remember anything about him choking if he did that.
If he did 18 straight hits.
Greatest player ever.
All right, look at A-Rod, you listening. Listen, man, 18 straight hits. That's all you got to do.
How hard could it be?
Yeah, but what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Come on, people hit the ball all the time.
Are they saying get rid of A-Rod? Are they saying get him out of there?
No one on the team. A lot of Yankee fans.
Did you read that Sports Illustrated?
I'm mad at him.
Hey, really fast, I just want to acknowledge the Mets had a great game yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
Major League Baseball is alive and
Dodgers.
well. And the Cardinals defeated the Padres, whatever. Who cares? That's like a who cares series.
Oh, baseball.
And then hockey started, freaking basketball right around the corner.
Hockey's been going on for 6 months now. No one cares about hockey. Nobody.
I'm a huge hockey fan, but the weather has to be cold for me to officially enjoy it. It's like, it was 85 degrees in New York the other day, and the hockey's starting.
Here's what a hockey score on the news should always sound like. It should always begin with, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Before I forget.
The Scooterville Honey Drips just beat the Islanders.
Since we have a little extra time, let me give you a hockey score.
Why don't you like hockey? It is the most exciting game to watch.
Do me a big favor. Why does no one like hockey? Hockey
is
the bastard child of
hockey
and Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup
Lord
final.
Stanley's Cup.
Nothing beats playoff hocky. I'm telling you. It's much more exciting than playoff baseball. Freaking these games go 6.5 hours.
No one's with you, Opie. Nobody.
Yeah.
What?
Nobody.
So save the energy?
Save
the energy? I was ready to go.
Mario Lemieux is not even
more exciting than freaking playoff hockey.
Pick your fights.
Dude, I tried to watch the Met game yesterday.
Yeah.
It was 10 o'clock and it was the bottom of the second.
Oh,
I mean, what is that about? They've already made their 5th pitching change.
Hey, baseball is awful, too. Let me tell you something. All sports should be over when football is on anyway. Football is the only sport, then basketball, then baseball, but baseball sucks so bad.
Look, I don't know if
baseball, they should have a rule. You have to pitch the ball every 2 seconds. Wow. Stop making it look like the pitchers are that important. Just throw the balls in so you get some hits.
Put time in baseball?
Dude, a minute between pitches? For what?
It just takes a long time these days.
For what?
And the amount of times they change the pitcher these days, and a lot of stuff going on that just makes baseball much too long.
Boring.
But I'm not sure if I'm right on this or not because I'm not a basketball fan.
Mm-hmm.
But basketball season seems to last forever. It's like you hear about who the champion is, you hear which town is burnt, and then before you know it, they're back again, and they're playing.
Well,
how long is basketball season?
It's the athleticism of basketball that makes it above
hockey. But the season is too long. It overlaps every other sport.
I used to be the hugest NBA fan. I'm hoping LeBron James brings me back to the game. I mean, the years with Jordan, just unbelievable.
Does Sam know how long the season is?
82
Pretty
games.
sure it's
82 games. Yeah, we know that.
How?
Starts at the beginning of November and goes through June.
November to June.
Yeah.
It should, though.
Dude,
That seems
baseball
long
goes.
then because it's, you know why?
Baseball is
Because it's winter.
104 million games.
Baseball already started
All right.
preseason, even though the season's not over.
I'll tell you why
How about
then.
that?
Because it's winter, and winter just seems long.
How about
Okay.
that? Right fielders have to already check in Florida. Nothing?
Hey,
That's a good joke.
Jesus.
The Yankees,
I heard
the
it.
Yankees are like
That's a
funny.
good joke.
I don't even know what's a bad season because they're like, well, they're only 86 and 79. What?
They're only
Won 86 games? That's 2 more games than the whole NBA season.
You know what? That's why football truly rules. There's 16 lousy games.
And they
There's
only
Play
mean
once
so-
a week.
There's only 8 home games, so every play means something.
It's already the 4th week, right? Or is it the 5th week coming up or the 4th week coming up for football?
Football?
We're up to 5.
It's the 5th
Get
week.
out of here. 5
It's
weeks?
already,
5, right?
it's already important.
It's almost over.
Yeah.
Football,
Yeah.
it's all 0-3 is an important. 0-3 in baseball is not good unless you're 0-63. There's possible you can go on a 63-game winning streak.
That's so true, man. Yeah, we're arguing sports. Nothing beats football. 16 lousy
Football
games. That's it.
Did you watch any of the games last week?
The Jets game was amazing.
It was 7 amazing games on.
Yeah.
Football is unbelievable. It's emotional, man.
Yeah.
That run back for the Jets. And
103 yards,
and
buddy.
then Peyton Manning coming all the way back with no timeouts and just mush.
And you know what? You knew he was going to do it. That's what's so frustrating.
Oh, my
I'm sitting
God.
home going, wow, that was exciting that we just ran the ball back 103 yards. But Peyton Manning is now going to freaking get him a touchdown.
Football is
I
more
knew that
exciting
was going to
than
happen.
to watch on television.
The guy
than any
Maroney
other
for the
sport.
Patriots just stiff-arming grown men as if they're little kids. And Reggie Bush has done nothing this year yet. He hasn't even broken an exciting run yet. Reggie Bush, the whole reason we're watching football this year, he's done nothing, and this is the greatest season I've ever seen. Football. It's unbelievable. Who cares about the Yankees?
Well, it's the playoffs. Basketball. How often do the teams play? It's not like baseball is ridiculous.
About 3 times a week.
About 3 times a week? Because baseball, I notice sometimes if you don't keep tabs, especially early in the season, you don't keep tabs, keep tabs on the games, and you hear like, oh, the Yankees can't seem to break this 8-game losing streak. And it seems like the next day you turn it on and go, Yankees on a 7-game winning streak.
You know why they were on a 7-game winning streak?
What just happened?
Right.
Because
they
played
played 2 games.
7 games that day. Baseball.
Yeah, they had to make up a few rain delays.
Any sport where you could play the same game twice in a day. Could you imagine football? You're done playing the game, all beat up, and it's like, all right, guys, do it again. One more time.
And here's a question.
I
There'd be
tried.
deaths.
I
There'd be
tried.
deaths on the field.
This may be so stupid, but how do you win at baseball? Like, how are you good and how are you not good at baseball? What is it that makes you a good team?
I love when a World Series goes, Patrice, I love when a World Series goes 7 games, and the last game, it's like the last out guy hits a homer to win the World Series, let's say, okay? And the losing team of that World Series has to restructure their entire organization because they lost the World Series, when it probably turned out to be a luck play at the end of the game.
That's my point. Like, baseball
That doesn't make
seems
sense
so
to me.
lucky.
Like a lot of luck.
There's a lot of
involved in
luck,
baseball.
and if the luck doesn't bounce in your favor, then the next year you got to restructure your entire team, fire everybody, get rid of the whole pitching.
Because you blew it.
Right.
You didn't have luck.
Thank you. I've noticed that for years. I'm like, what? Why don't you? I think your team's pretty good. Why don't you keep the exact same team and see what happens next year?
Alex Rodriguez right now is just unlucky. He ain't bad.
It's just
How can
unlucky.
you suck at baseball? How can you just go, you know what? I forgot. In basketball, I hurt my knees and can't jump as high. Football, I busted my back. I can't move as quick. Baseball, what?
You think just the guys that break all the records and are in the Hall of Fame and everything, are just lucky guy?
Just lucky.
It's like,
All those Puerto
here's the
Ricans
bat of
all those-
another lucky guy.
All those Puerto Ricans and Pete Rose, they were just lucky. And Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
Of course he should.
Someone very pissed off. Of course, it has to come out of Detroit because they had a great win over the Yankees yesterday. Andy in Detroit.
Andy.
Hey, first things first, fellas, Detroit loves you.
Thank you, Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know if we're feeling anything in Detroit yet. I know there's a buzz in Pittsburgh. I know that's really happening. There's a buzz in a few other cities. But Detroit, we're not really sure about yet. But thank you, sir. Thank you.
Detroit sucks overall. I'm trying to leave it, but I'm just telling you, I love you.
All right. What do you got there?
For baseball, first of all, it's a sport that you're going to have to grow up watching to really enjoy. Now, the whole luck factor, you got to be careful with that, fellas, because what's the difference between a guy being lucky, hitting a home run in the bottom of the ninth to win the World Series, than a guy hitting a three-pointer from 40 feet away to win?
Bad analogy.
Why?
Because you get luck. Would you say hitting a three-pointer there's a percentage to that, right? You don't say, like, I guess it's called slugging percentage or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But out of the 1 million games, hitting 50 home runs is fantastic. You can hit 53 pointers in 10 games.
Right.
It's a skill level, and you use your same skill to purposely try to hit that. You go to the plate hoping to hit a home run. Boy, there's 3 on deck. We're down by 3. I'm hoping to be a hero. I just hope my way to greatness. But a three-pointer is put it this way, Michael Jordan, there's no baseball player who every time he goes to the plate, right, when his team is down 1 and there's 2 on the base, and he goes to the thing and everybody goes, might as well get up because he's just going to hit a home run now. It's luck. It's luck.
Well, now would you say then it was luck if the basket was moving in basketball? Like if all of a sudden you threw it and like the pitcher would throw a curveball at the batter.
Is it erratically moving?
It's just a little bit. It might slide out of the way a little bit.
But you know the pattern of the move? Because then it wouldn't be luck. Because then you could play that too.
Because then you could play that.
Yeah. I'm serious.
Why don't you just say, if there's a guy holding his hand in the shape of his hand,
right,
and going, whoa,
and he can move a little bit.
Why would you change the entire complexion of life?
They say
I'm trying to make the game interesting for me. I don't like basketball.
They do say the hardest thing to do in sports is to hit a baseball.
Of course it is.
Well, yeah, just ask A-Rod that. Yeah. Come on, folks.
All right, we got to take
during
a break.
The playoffs.
By the way, this will end the basketball three-pointer versus hitting a home run debate here. It's Ray in Jersey. Ray.
Go ahead.
Brett.
Hey, man.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Patrice, I've seen a dog hit a three-pointer, and I've never seen a dog actually hit a baseball.
Well, not necessarily three-pointers, but yeah, some of those halftime shows, they're showing dogs hitting baskets. So.
Dogs make baskets. They also, I believe they also have the competitions where any Tom, Dick, or Harry can go out onto a basketball court and try to make a shot for $1 million.
People are
Hockey,
so dumb.
they do that. They try for $1 million. They kick a field goal for $1 million. I've never seen a competition where a guy has to stand there and hit a home run with an actual pitcher, with a pitcher standing there winging a ball at him at 95 miles an hour.
First of all, dogs don't have fingers. Anything that you need fingers to do, you can't. First of all, you can't have a dog bowl at halftime either, because he can't put his fingers in the hole, jerk.
He could push that ball with his little snout.
You can't.
He can push that bowling ball. You put a little kibble in one of the finger holes.
Let me tell you, baseball is too easy to do. That's why. It's too easy. Okay, because they don't. Think about what you said at halftime, right? Basketball, hockey.
Yeah.
They don't have defense that they just have a guy trying to shoot in there.
Right.
They just have a guy trying to hit the puck in. They just have a guy.
Well, the defense is the big piece of plywood with the hole the size of the puck.
But it's just there.
Right.
But in baseball, they don't have a. It's too easy to hit. That's why if they had a guy just kind of toss you a baseball.
I'm not talking toss you a baseball. I'm talking any regular guy wins this contest. He gets to stand at the plate and against a real major league pitcher who's throwing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at his cheek, and you think this guy's going to be able to hit a home run? Might get lucky.
No, but the average guy will not. He might get lucky.
No, yes. He will not even get lucky. There is no way. Give me 1,000 guys that'll try it.
You think you can hit a three-point over Kevin Garnett if he's defending you as hard as he can?
No.
Even by luck?
And I consider myself a pretty good basketball player. Not a chance.
Do a gay hook shot, some type of running throw it over his head and
You would have
pray.
to try a Meadowlark lemon, whatever.
I'm
the his name
thinking
was.
that would be easier than hitting a home run
Absolutely not. All you got
off
to do
a major league
is
pitcher,
close your eyes
95
and
miles an hour.
swing.
Close your eyes and swing.
Just swing.
You
Wait.
could connect with that thing
Yeah,
as
no.
hard as you can and still have it hit the pitcher's
There's
mouth.
not a guy in the studio that could hit a home run, even if they were
In a major league park against
even
a
if
major
they were
league
pitching
pitcher.
it in slow. Even if they were pitching it, I think you had a better chance getting a 3-pointer over Kevin Garnett.
I think this whole argument's pretty ridiculous. I don't understand it. Why are we even arguing the point?
All right, we gotta take
Like
a
a Mad
break.
Dog show.
We gotta take a break. We
Dogs
gotta
don't-
take a break. We
dogs don't
gotta
have
take a
fingers.
break.
Dogs
We gotta
that can't
take a
play
break.
the game.
We gotta take a break.
Maggie, you're not going to be able to see a dog shoot in the basket. They don't have thumbs.
They're getting ready for the big
Yankees,
moment.
what?
Dude, I
Yankees what?
told you, baseball. Football started.
Fucking Yankees.
Yeah,
Baseball
baseball.
season's over when football starts.
Baseball's the
Everyone knows that.
fluffer for football.
Everyone knows that.
Switchalicious.
Baseball
You're
gets
the
your
warm-up
dick hard.
band.
It jerks you off until
band.
football gets in, so you
That's
can
right.
band.
so you can come
That's
during
right.
football.
Fucking Yankees are number one.
Yankees are number one, but they haven't. There's
What
still a
guy
whole
picks
month
baseball
left.
over
But
football
they're
any
fucking
fucking way?
cranking.
Yeah, but they could
got
lose
like
in the first round.
double-digit victories.
Yeah,
in
good
so
for
many
them.
So that don't mean
They're
shit.
cranking?
They could win. They could lose in the first.
Fucking
Anthony?
smacking the ball.
You
What?
have a football house. I'm disgusted. No one comes over but your house. You go, hey
I
guys,
watch
hey, you guys
baseball
want
in
to
my
get
house.
together and watch baseball over my house? How
I watch
about you want to
baseball
get
in my
together
house.
and watch any football game? The Seattle Nothings versus the fucking Denver Horseshits, and you watch it. That's how football's
Football.
the shit.
Fucking
Do you understand? We wait
love
2
watching
months. It's
football.
2 months of pain
yeah.
waiting for football to start again.
That's silly preseason crap.
Here's how great football is. They're thinking about just making it 18 games.
Oh, I know, and they should.
And say fuck preseason.
They really should. Why not? You know?
Telling you,
It
dude.
beats the motherfuckers up, right? Isn't that it?
Yeah,
When
preseason they get hurt.
When football starts, it's very easy. There's about 4 cities that still care about baseball.
Really?
New
pretty
York,
much.
Boston.
New York, Boston,
And then a
Detroit,
couple
Chicago.
others.
Chicago does.
Philly, yeah. Been down there.
Yeah,
been to
Philly.
Philly a few times. Trust me.
Philly is a
of those,
sports town.
A lot of those Philly fans are even though the Phillies are doing amazing, 'cause
Cleveland
they
is
got
a sports
fucking
town.
Martinez, you cocksuckers.
Cleveland's a sports town and Philly's a sports town. Philly's a big sports
The
town.
fuck, Pedro Martinez is what 5-0 for the Phillies. Holy
What's the biggest
mother
TV you
of
got at your
God.
house, Ant?
I don't even know. It's an 11-foot wide screen in the theater.
You don't know?
It's 11 feet wide.
11 feet?
We don't
11 feet.
We don't measure our TVs, Bobby.
It's a theater.
We just watch them.
Yeah.
I'm-
Kunta.
Kunta. Did you call me Kunta?
All right,
TV measure
let's do.
beneath us. Measure 11 feet wide.
You know what though?
I'm gonna go cut a swastika right in your screen. Cut it.
Swastika.
He'd leave it.
Oh, you know what?
the fuck?
The Eagles did sign Jeff Garcia. Yes, you're right there, Chester's liver. I'm sorry.
Jeff Garcia, the Eagles got
Yeah,
him?
but he's not. He's not. They're. What do they say? They're using the other guy. I don't know the other guy.
Kolb.
Kolb, right? They're using him before Jeff Garcia, but they did sign him just in case. Yankees have a chance to win 100 games. That's pretty fucked up.
I know. They really are an amazing team this year.
Who fucking cares, Anthony? Football's going on. Talk that shit a month ago.
A month ago, I didn't think the World Series happened yet. What happened?
Nobody
What
gives a
happened?
shit.
No one cares about a Yankees World Series.
The World Series comes on
Even if
at
they win,
1 in the
nobody gives a
afternoon
shit.
on a Wednesday.
Stop it. No
Nobody
one
gives a
cares.
shit.
The Yankees.
They can't sell commercial space for that shit.
No one cares until my team, the Mets, are in it.
They
But-
should have won it. They
but
should have won it
until then,
9
no one
years
cares.
ago.
The busted Mets.
Yeah.
The fucking old busted up Mets.
Stinks.
I hope the Red Sox beat you.
Shut up.
Commentators for baseball are the
In
best
what,
because they can
8
make
games
that
back?
boring sport
No.
interesting.
They were like 7.5
All right.
games back.
8.
8 when they lose today.
They're not going to lose today. They're 4 in the wild card.
They're 2 games fucking ahead in the wild card or something
4.
like that? Sorry.
4.
Sucks.
Sorry. I don't really.
Every
you know,
game in
keep
football
tabs on
counts.
the fucking wild
16
cards.
games. Okay, Patriots didn't make it to the playoffs last
How
year.
fucking cocky
You know what their
Anthony
record
is.
was? 11-5. You play 197,000 games, and who gives a shit?
If they'll never do this.
Who the fuck cares?
Patrice has the prettiest eyelashes I've ever seen on a man.
I use
Dude,
Latrice.
what the fuck?
Latrice. Patrice
Did you
uses
see-
Latrice.
Just,
I use Latrice.
they're unfucking believable.
Thank you.
Look at them.
They're pretty.
They're fucking gorgeous. They're fluttering. They're almost hypnotizing.
Baseball would never do this, but if they just knocked their season in half, made it 80 games,
A third.
even a third,
Why can't baseball play one game a week for 16 weeks like football?
Because
Not enough
it's not
excitement.
as
For real.
not as physically
even a bad football game, you're gonna get
arduous
some great
as
plays.
football.
Who even if you don't watch if you don't watch
They're not
football,
smashing into
you
each other's
understand,
heads.
okay? If you don't watch football, here's what you understand. The numbers. You go, hey, they only play 16 games. Wow. So their record is 10 and 6? That's not a good record, is it? Or 9 and 7? But I don't watch baseball, so I don't know if 89 and 72 is a good fucking record. Who the fuck cares? Okay. The Mets are doing good now. Their record is 75 and 75. I don't know if they can make it. Fucking stinks.
You like basketball?
I love basketball.
Well, then what's with the fucking score? Same thing as what you're talking about. Some
shit.
game that they have scores in the hundreds. Shut the fuck. Then what makes it interesting? At 2 points a clip, sometimes 3.
The
and they're
only emotion in baseball.
He's got a point.
The only emotion in baseball.
What are you up to? 70 points?
The only emotion in baseball
got a point,
is a fucking in the park home run.
In the park home run? You don't like him
Wait a
slamming
minute,
the ball?
a grand slam or a walk-off home run. Other than that, where is the tension? There's just, first of all,
every bat.
no
How about
one's
that
supposed
fucking-
to play a sport for 25 years. There's 40. Wait, Derek Jeter's still in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
He's 47.
47, he's 35.
But
Get the fuck out of here.
that's
man.
a terrific point right there.
He's making a valid
You
point.
should be able to play professional sports 8 to maybe push 12 years. Maybe.
You make a valid.
Maybe.
Why do I have to see Derek Jeter since I was 12? And he's just coming around the bend on his career. Get the fuck out of here, man. Baseball stinks.
No.
Football is the greatest sport going right now.
What about at the end? What about at the end of someone's baseball career, he's the designated hitter and gets up there for one at bat,
Still.
maybe once every 2 weeks?
Big Papi is just an old, fat Dominican man. He wears his straw bandana hat when he comes on now. And swings and misses maybe. And then here's another thing about baseball, why it sucks. There's no other sport where you do something 3 out of 10 times and you're a fucking Hall of Famer. No other sport where all you have to do is out of 10 balls thrown to you, hit it 3 times. If I shot 10 free throws and hit 3,
You'd be in,
I stink.
you would be playing in Europe.
If I threw 3 passes in football and 10 passes and only 3 were caught, I fucking am looking for another job. I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm not in the Hall of Fame. Baseball is I don't get it.
I hate baseball now.
Wow.
Baseball
Patrice,
stinks.
He's converted
You
me.
know something? I love watching the game.
Do you ever watch a whole game, though, Anthony?
Yeah. I
Do you sit there and watch from begin? You don't nod off in the middle of it?
No. I've been watching every Yankee game.
There's nothing more peaceful than the background
And
noise of a
few
baseball
Red
game.
Sox games.
Just the fans doing nothing.
Where you are actually on the field, like a right fielder.
Mm-hmm.
Before the pitch, he can actually be out there with his hands in his pocket.
Yeah. Well, they are all leaning on they're holding their knees most of the game.
Pitchers in baseball make $100 million. They're important, but they only pitch 1 every 5 games. They only have 30 out of the 212 games they play.
Because they'd rip their arms off. They're throwing 100 miles an hour, half these guys, and their arm would literally rip off their body.
Can you imagine how easy it is?
It's a human being throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That is
That's
amazing.
amazing. And the way they
No
do
one
it
throws
is
100.
I'm exaggerating for the point.
Yeah, well,
but
give or take.
98. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. Doing that 100 pitches or 80 pitches a game, your arm would fall off if you pitched it. And back in the day, they used to pitch. Satchel Paige used to pitch like 2 games straight, didn't they? Back in the day, the pitchers used to just.
Oh yeah, they pitched a lot more, much more frequently or whatever.
Football is tremendous.
What about ice hockey? I know it's not a black man sport for the most part.
I used to sell peanuts and popcorn at the Boston Garden.
Hockey
You did?
rules.
And
not good on TV, but
here's what hockey is. If you learn the rules of a hockey game, see, even knowing the rules, like a buddy of mine, Matt Frost, he's a big baseball fan.
Huge.
And I want to go, listen, I said I was going to go to a baseball game, and I want him the whole game to tell me how to stay interested in this game. Like show me the rules and what's going on, and that I should go, oh, wow, this is good.
Well, when
But hockey
can I interrupt
has
you, though?
out of bounds. There's rules. I used to think it was just of a small, that stupid puck sliding, and then guys face off. But when you know the rules, it's an interesting game.
That's a good point, too, because I hated fucking NASCAR. I'm not all in, trust me.
Okay.
My brother is all in. Brett, who owns F.H. Riley's, loves his NASCAR. When he sat me down once, I was over his house, and he explained, like you were just saying, the strategy of what these guys are doing on the track. It made it way more interesting to watch on TV.
Yeah, but all these games were invented with some dumb guys in a field going, "What do you want to do? I don't know. Let's kick this around, throw it." All right, this is the rule. All right, now they just kept making up rules. All right, dude, if you go past that tree, then that's out of bounds. We'll call it a touchdown. I mean, all this stuff was made with just bored douchebags.
Right.
So it's all originated from just stupid shit. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
The thing about football is just men trying to take your face off with strategy involved.
Yeah, but they're only playing 30 seconds. They maybe 20 seconds, and then they get a break.
How about how about every 20 seconds you run down the hallway and I hit you in your chest?
Right.
And
you're hoping it doesn't
do
cause
it again.
a heart attack.
Sounds kind of stupid. If you ask me, the whole fucking game sounds stupid.
They're all stupid. Basketball's a peach basket. You're shooting a ball in a peach basket. But at the end of the day, the enjoyment of it is baseball. I don't understand how it's such a wonderful sport. I don't understand how soccer doesn't take over baseball in terms of the excitement of it, what they're doing. It's boring.
Soccer's boring.
Soccer's not a boring sport. It's like it's hockey. It's hockey with feet.
You score
fucking boring.
1-0. Fuck that.
That stinks.
Stupid fucking
Field's too big. The fucking goals are giant.
Rugby should be the second best. Like rugby should take over baseball.
Rugby should
naked
be on...
men playing football, fucking each other up.
Rugby's a badass sport.
Rugby should be on TV where soccer is. Get rid of the soccer coverage and put some rugby
rugby's a fucking great game.
I'd watch rugby.
I even like cricket better than baseball.
Fuck that.
Because the way they
shit.
throw the ball, at least they throw it with some kind of interesting. They fling their arms around twice. When I watch these fucking 18 dykes play women's softball, is fantastic.
18 dykes.
Can you believe she throws a bowling ball at 87 miles an hour underhanded? Fucking bitch. Those little fat girls.
I'll tell you what, we got to get to the Kanye West thing. I'll tell you one thing about hockey, though.
Kanye.
Hockey.
Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah.
What happened?
One more thought on hockey. Hockey's the first sport where the players are getting too good for the sport.
Oh.
What does that mean?
They're too big.
For the environment,
they're
you
too
mean?
fast. Yeah.
Like they got to make the fucking
half the game. I'm starting to lose a little
bigger.
interest. Half the game, it's overcrowded, and there's a lot of luck involved in hockey now. A lot.
There's
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I think it's obvious they need to maybe make the rinks bigger, so you got some room to skate. They can't skate anymore for the most part.
Now, right?
Yeah, they're playing at Fenway Park.
We're going this year. Someone better get me fucking tickets.
I got
there.
tickets.
For real?
No.
Fucking bought that one too.
I love Michael Jordan playing baseball with that 8-foot fucking strike zone he had.
What was he thinking? It was like watching Daddy Longlegs out there. Fucking.
What the fuck was he thinking?
Was it awful?
That was
just awful.
funny, man.
It was horrendous.
His long basketball legs.
The pitchers were like, "This is a joke, right? Look at this strike zone. It's like hitting the side of a fucking house for strikes." He just looked
Daddy
ridiculous.
Longlegs is even funnier, Ed. He looked like a big fucking spider up there.
He
trying to hit
was
a baseball.
Giant leg. I don't know how they even got fucking uniforms for him.
He tried to bend down a little bit to, crush the strike zone down a bit, but
that was a lanky motherfucker out there.
We're like, man, he must be hurting. What is he doing? What the fuck is he doing?
Now
I know he's
just
bored,
back.
but yeah.
He's focused. It just gave him something to do now.
It gave him something to do. And it freed his mind from all that worry that he was going to get caught. He was probably worrying all the time. What bitch is going to show up at this fucking match and fuck me over? And now it's just like everything was out, open, in the clear.
It's tougher than you think. Maybe you can't hit this kind of pitching. Is that going to disturb you?
No, I think what it does is really gives credibility to the game of baseball as a whole. A lot of people view me as a decent athlete, and yet I'm trying to come out here and show that, I found out that these athletes out here, or these professionals are athletes, and yet it takes a real good talent, exceptionally talented player, a person to come out and do
baseball stinks.
I really have a good time this season trying, and hopefully I can get better at it. If I don't succeed, at least I learn a lot about the game, and I can watch it with a little bit better interest.
Michael, already from reading about what you've done in baseball, I've deducted that hitting the baseball is your biggest problem. But let me tell you something. You're no different than anybody else. They all have told me the toughest thing to do in baseball is to hit a good fastball.
It's tough. I mean, because you're back there, you're trying to guess what the pitcher basically, and you anticipate.
God bless Will Ferrell, by the way. Who does a perfect him.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Michael Jordan.
Jay Moore did a great Harry Carey.
Are you a baseball fan?
Not really. Not as much as I used to be.
Can I ask you a quick baseball question, please?
Yeah.
Why not 80 games?
I know we've been saying that fucking games.
We've been saying that the three major sports have got to cut their seasons in half.
And let me tell you
after
something.
seeing Olympic hockey, like when every fucking possession means something, that'll bring the excitement to a whole new level.
If you ask me, fucking basketball is that just played year round? Is that fucking played all fucking... Is there even a season? Do they play the championship and then they fucking just start playing the next day?
Football, 16 games. You understand
Football's easy,
so that means
dead.
Every possession means something. You only have 16 fucking games.
Hockey's 84 games?
Hockey's too much, too, and that's my
sport. 84?
It's 82.
It's 82? Basketball, 82. Why is baseball 102 seasons?
Right.
It really is.
Why is
amazing.
it so long?
Do we really need more baseball?
Because my theory about having shorter games is this. I want to see, if I'm paying a ticket, I want to see CC Sabathia. Okay?
Right.
With 80 games, instead of going, oh, geez, I got a ticket, but fucking Jerry Maguire's fucking pitching, I get to see CC Sabathia next week.
Yeah.
Like if he's pitching today, I buy a ticket. He's pitching again next week. They need about 3 pitchers that are all stars as opposed to 18.
So you got to rest
who
them.
Suck.
But you got to rest the pitchers. So
yeah, but you rest them weekly.
Right.
Like they pitch every 5 days.
Yeah, that's about right.
So now every home game you can see CC Sabathia if you want to. Yeah. But why 162?
It's probably
because there was nothing else to do when they came up with baseball. We didn't have smartphones.
It is a lot more about the entertainment for the fans than it is about the game like football is or some of these other sports, I think. I think like a day going to the ballpark and watching a game isn't just sitting there watching the game intently like you would a football game. Football game, every fucking play, you are just fixated on every fucking play. When you go to the game.
It's less intense. Baseball, it's more of an outing.
You can get up and take a piss during the middle of the game. You don't give a shit. And sometimes you miss something.
In football, you lose the first 4 games of the season. Your season's basically over
it's
already.
It's over. Yeah.
You can lose the first 4 games in a baseball season. It doesn't even matter.
The first 40.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Right. 20 more games.
All-star break, and then you fucking kick ass. You can win the World Series.
0-40, you're still not 500. Like you're still you're still not even in a bad percentage.
Right, you got to turn around a little bit.
0-40,
but you still have a shot.
Oh my God!
After watching Olympic hockey, I'm thinking, God, these sports have got to just cut their seasons in half.
But then,
make
what
every
do you
game
do
more
for
important.
Fucking, like if they did, then what are we doing in August? I'm sad in August anyway because I'm not a baseball fan.
You know what? You could spread the season out still. The other thing with baseball, they play 4 times in 1 week, 5 times in 1 week.
Well, that's just it. It's another game. Baseball's a game you can play twice in one day.
Right.
They're like, hey, let's play 2 games.
Imagine having a double header in football. Can you imagine?
They'd be coughing up blood.
I argue with a friend of mine that baseball, you don't even have to actually like your team. Like, you can just be an asshole and play baseball. Just do your job. Like, I catch this thing at shortstop and throw it to first. After I don't need, there's no teamwork you need. Like, I argue with people who love baseball. I'm like, you just don't need what you need out of football. Like, if I don't do my job in football, someone gets fucked up. But if I don't, my job is all I have to worry about in baseball. But it's such a boring. I got a friend that wants to turn me on to how good baseball is, and I say, dude, even the highlights stink.
That's bad.
They don't have. I've seen hockey highlights that to this day, one of the greatest highlights I've ever seen in hockey was that Michigan kid picking the puck up from behind and carrying it. Yeah. And to this day, I'm going, why don't people do that more?
Spinny move and
it's just you can see some amazing shit. But
there's a few of those type plays now online.
Here's how big football is. It's only 16 weeks and one game a week, and you watch the combine. Like they have the combine gets great ratings where you just watch these college kids run to be able to play football, to see where they're going to get drafted in football. That's how great football is. It's just amazing, man.
Mm-hmm. Here's the best hockey goals. Oh, well,
yeah, this
isn't going to help anybody out, but all right, whatever. Yeah. You can check it out for yourself.
Hockey has great highlights. Great highlights, man.
You know what it is, though? It's a fast-moving game. It's one of those baseball. You know, you can't go there and expect this fast-moving fucking game. It just doesn't happen. But you know, when
do you enjoy? What's the enjoyment of it? That's all I'm okay. Let me stop trashing it. What is it that makes it watchable?
I don't know. It's just like anything else. It's subjective. I just enjoy like watching. It's something also that I'm not. Now that I don't have to sit there and fixate on the game. I can be on my laptop and hear like, oh, what? And look up and go, okay, what's happening?
But now
what's going on?
Now that baseball is a week into the season, do you feel like your team's in trouble or anything?
No, come on. We fucking took 2 out of 3 from the Sox.
And I love how the announcers make it sound like
that matters at this point.
I love how the announcers make that sound like it's important. Like, oh, God, they really needed to win that one.
Well, they're rivals, you know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, because last year.
They meet again in game 97.
Right, last year, the Sox fucking beat the Yankees 8 games in a row.
And they still won the World Series.
And they still kicked the shit out
Who
of the
cares?
Season, so who cares, right?
They dominated the Yankees until when? No one cares.
It mattered.
I love how they try to make game 37 really important to the future of the season.
If we fought 8 times and I won 8 times, the 9th time you go, you know what? Let me try this. That's his weakness. Now I'm losing 8 times in a row. Oh, he can't see too good out of his left eye. I didn't notice that till after the 12th fight.
Yeah, let me start tapping that side.
But I think to answer your question, there was no TV, there were no phones, obviously. So, you know, baseball was
Baseball's an old fucking sport.
You had it on the radio, and that was your entertainment. You didn't have
Is it the oldest?
I think out of the big 4,
I would probably have to say
gotta
yes,
be.
Right?
I'm sure people were playing hockey in Canada, you know, on some lake somewhere, but
which is just cold soccer.
But but fucking baseball's been around since like the 1800s and shit.
Yeah,
like,
basketball
like
was
with people watching it
thing.
with those big straw hats in fast motion, taking their hats off, all going to the ballpark with their ties.
But they loved baseball back then, man.
Oh, yeah.
They love it now, but
back then it was
that's
just...
all they had.
It is a very traditional sport. Like, I mean, I understand that people that love it.
They had that in the middle.
The announcers the other night were talking about the fact that there are some bad calls, and they want to bring replays in, and they said there will be a fucking replay call by the captain there, by the fucking coach, whatever the fuck, every night for an out at first. Like every fucking night there would be stopping the game and checking to see if the ball got in the guy's glove first or if the guy hit the bag first.
Right.
And then they started saying, if you want to go that far, then just set up a fucking radar zone, some fucking gadget for the strike zone, then take the umps out of the mix. Mm-hmm. And you could take the human element out of baseball, but then it's such tradition that, you know, people would just never... They would never do that.
And I'm never going to get it because, I watch anything that does a countdown. I like any ball, anything. Like top 10 bugs. I just watch it.
You need to know what the number
I just need to know who the baddest bug is. And they got the #1 baseball catch of all time, kind of arguably, is Willie Mays's
Oh, the basket catch?
Over his back. I watched that and go, really? I watched that and go, ew, what? Ew. That's the best.
There's way better catches.
But they have that as the best catch
when someone's jumping up and their fucking glove is behind the wall, taking away someone's home run. To me, that's like, wow, that is fucking
But that
pretty
happens 3 times a year.
Exactly. I know. Exactly. They're few and far between. A nice diving
You got to
catch.
watch 120,000 innings hoping to see that.
But that's just purists. Because, you watch like Bert Sugar is a boxing purist, and he'll do the top 20 knockouts, and it'll be like, Cliff Boganowitz, like, for real, Bert? Did you just say Jack Johnson knocks out a dinosaur was the greatest? What an asshole.
All right, we got some info on the hockey thing. Steve in Pennsylvania. Steve.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Steve.
Hockey actually originated in Canada in 1123. 2 Canucks decided to slap a beaver skull around on the ice with a pine bough.
Yeah, in 1120, a beaver skull.
What that was a scene from King Arthur,
right?
Where there was a guy with a curved stick who beat another guy's head in during a Viking conflict.
Jesus. Tom in Cincinnati. Tom.
Hey, good evening, boys.
Hey, Tom.
Good morning, boys. Hey, I think you can pretty well sum up baseball. You got about 5 minutes of excitement crammed into about 2 hours.
Wait, didn't they figure that out? How long the baseball is actually
in play? Yeah,
I think they figured that out, and it was no time at all.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about football.
Whatsoever.
Football's only, they said, like 11 minutes of actual
of ball and play
thing doing something.
Wow, really?
Out of 11 minutes, but it's really like someone hitting you hard with a boulder for 30 seconds.
Right.
Like, let's be honest, man.
I've talked about it before. I think basketball is one of the most boring fucking sports there is. I can't, because the scoring is the big thing in anything. It's when it's like, oh shit, there's a score. Like hockey.
Well, that's why they say,
oh my God.
But that's why they say
Basketball is
soccer's so good, because, they don't score that.
There's a fine balance.
Right.
But basketball, it's like, oh, what was the score? 105? And it's like, they're just scoring constantly.
It really, there's a way to take some of this. Like, look, Gavin, my buddy likes soccer, man.
Gavin does?
He's a soccer
Of
guy.
course, he's a
so I was
hooligan.
playing him in like soccer 2009 or some shit.
Oh, God.
And I was beating him like 9-0.
9-0.
He starts beating me because you know what he starts doing? He starts really playing soccer. So he starts to kick the ball over to where they kick it, and then he passes it where they pass. So he starts playing like he really plays soccer. And I go, this is why soccer stinks. Soccer fucking sucks. And I got another buddy who loves soccer. I said, listen, I don't want to watch any sport, right, where the best player is every week there's a new best player in the world. I said I just got used to Ronaldinho, right? Now some douchebag from Argentina is the best in the world. He's the guy. Jordan was the best guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
Before people argue that someone else was the best. On anything. It's like this guy in Argentina, last week Ronaldo or somebody was the guy.
Yeah.
This week it's another fucking guy.
There's always a new guy.
And no one cares. I tweeted one time, soccer sucks. I've never got so many
they're passionate.
threatening
Soccer fans.
Really?
twits. You fat fucking fool. But soccer stinks.
Well, it fails here miserably anytime they try to bring it to the U.S. No one wants to watch it.
Big reason why, listen to the sports thing, greatest point ever made about soccer. Our best athletes go to the Big Four.
Yeah.
Which hockey being probably the fourth one. I would think.
I would have to agree.
Yeah. You're a great athlete. You go.
We got plays for Patrice. Yes, Danny. Go ahead. Make your point. I'm sorry, Patrice.
Oh no, but I was going to say that the fourth. But soccer. If LeBron James plays soccer, we might like soccer. Like if our best athletes play soccer, I'd watch it. But our 15th best athletes play against their first best athletes.
Yeah, because
the world loves
love
soccer.
It, yeah.
We fucking hate it. So we get nobodies that play soccer.
Stars.
That's why the world
soccer.
hates us. The rest of the world is playing soccer, and we're like, whatever.
Stinky
we don't want to
sport.
acknowledge your dumb
We
sport.
want to play the great sport football and no one else plays.
Right.
And
No one
call
else
ourselves
plays
the
it.
world champs.
Yeah.
No one else plays it. The world champions.
I used to laugh at that
of the
growing up.
United
I'm
States.
like, but what about the team in I don't know, Russia?
What football? But like we are.
We're pompous.
Are there any other fucking football teams like in?
They're
They
trying to get
tried to make Europe. This is what they tried to do. They tried to make a
get it done in
European
Europe.
football league,
Yeah.
but that went nowhere.
I know we got to ship teams over there every so often just to play games.
And we start promoting it now. It sells out Wembley Stadium, but that's like this 70 million people in England, and they sell out 50,000 in Wembley. But it takes up to the time of the game to sell it out.
Yeah.
Even though it's a great, football is a good sport. Canada plays, but no one gives a shit about Canadian football.
No.
Let's be honest.
It is a weird fucking sport, man.
It's just
living in Buffalo. You got to
No
peek
one
at the
cares.
CFL. It is strange.
why
Why
that
not
is.
just play regular fucking football?
Are they just so fucking fixated on soccer?
Listen, the world, when I used to travel around, I used to wonder what it was. They love, I used to sell popcorn and peanuts and shit at the Boston Garden. You used to run around and do that shit.
You really did that?
I swear to God. Popcorn here,
I know
peanuts
you've
here.
mentioned it over the years, but
Ice
you really
cream
did.
here, pizza here. So, got the pizza here. So, I used to go, this game makes me sick. But if you know what hockey is and know why they will have a face-off at some point, why there's a missing goalie, why there's a penalty shot, when you fucking know the rules, hockey's interesting. When you know the rules of soccer, it's probably where you go, he fucked up. The guy should have ran around instead of straight. Even without the ball, so you go, the excitement of almost him.
Yeah.
That's why you get the argument of basketball and soccer, the point scoring. What if you didn't score points in basketball? It'd be like, am I really watching these guys try to figure out
dribbling
how
the ball
to
around
fucking
for fucking
score?
But isn't soccer the one sport where they could just do commercial breaks while the game's still going on? They come back.
It doesn't stop.
Right, they come back. They know most likely you're not going to miss anything.
It's 90 minutes of nonstop action.
So they're like, we're going to take a 5-minute commercial break, and we know that you're not going to miss anything.
Of these fucking dishwashers and cooks running around for 90 minutes.
Have you heard this soccer clip?
No.
Oh, we played it 2 days ago.
Yeah, I love this guy.
What's the setup, Dan, for Patrice?
Basically, this sideline reporter is reporting on a soccer game, and when they throw to him, he has no idea what's going on.
He's the sideline reporter, like Danny said. So they're going to him. Listen to this.
Doncaster themselves have scored against Plymouth. They're on the brink of the playoffs at the moment. James Coppinger has got that goal, and we're up to Fratton Park where there's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
I don't know, Jeff, has it? I must have missed that. Red card?
Chris, have you not been watching? I haven't. I don't know where that's come from, Chris. I have no idea what has happened there. What's happened, Chris?
I don't know, Jeff.
He wasn't even watching. God bless him. God bless him for laughing.
I don't know. Chris, let me tell you, according to our sources, Anthony Van Den Boer has been sent off for a second bookable offence. Get your fingers out and count up the number of Portsmouth players who are on the field.
No, you're right. I saw him go off, but I thought they were bringing a sub on, Jeff.
I thought they were bringing a sub on.
That's professionalism.
Still 0-0.
That's what he ended up saying. It's still 0-0.
Yeah, who cares? Oh, how great is that?
Oh, man.
That's how great is that?
And they were having a good time, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not all serious.
They were having a good time.
He's a sideline, and he wasn't even watching.
Sometimes laughing will get you out of that. You see Shepard, what's his name?
Shepard Smith.
When the guy got through on the call?
Oh, yeah, he's had a couple of instances where Shepard Smith will, laugh at something he said.
No, when the guy got through and said Jamie Foxx is a cunt.
Yeah,
Did you see that shit?
Yeah, we got it right here.
Oh, my God. And Shepard Smith was just, oh, my God.
Yeah, one of Howard's guys got through and was able to do this on It was Shepard Smith's show?
That's Fox, yeah.
Now, new information out of the mine explosion in West Virginia. It's just come to us from Richard Kendrowski, who is a spokesperson for the energy company and has new numbers from that mine facility. Richard, thank you. What have you learned?
We've learned that Jamie Foxx is a cunt.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's unfortunate. Wow. It's never happened to us here, but it's always distressing when there are 6 people killed
They always got to
at
bring
a
this
mine
up.
disaster, and we're waiting for 21 others to find out whether they are alive or dead, and something like that sneaks by our screeners. Disgusting.
Stop being dramatic. Stop being dramatic, because the only reason you're fucking broadcasting this whole thing is hoping that everyone's dead.
And so you can fucking sensationalize the whole
right.
thing.
You're sensationalizing the whole thing. What are you actually doing by reporting this?
God, that is too much. And he's all serious. And they got to bring up, it's terrible that during such a tragedy. It's like, well, that's the only time you get a lot of callers and people watching.
That pussy should have just said, you got me. We're going to go. Let's move on.
Shit,
fuck.
Hey, Jamie Foxx is a cunt. What are you going to say?
We have to go back to the greatest catch of all time because Jason has a good point on that. Jason in Texas, go ahead.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I just want to make the point that most of these spectacular baseball plays are done by weekend softball players that have had a six-pack, put back. So, I mean, it happens all the time.
Come on. Come on.
Baseball. He's
saying that, any miraculous catch you could see on a weekend at a softball game when the guys are drinking and stuff.
Pretty accurate.
Nah.
He's pretty accurate. He's pretty accurate.
I still to this day was trying to figure out how to just please tell me how to watch baseball. Because there's nothing going on from now till late August. When I can watch spring practice games in college on ESPNU, where they'll actually air Florida's inter-team scrimmage. But until then, I gotta watch baseball.
I'll tell you this much about baseball, though: when the playoffs hit, holy shit, it's way more exciting.
Everything, though, it kicks in.
I guess, but baseball especially, man, you feel every pitch. You really do.
Each hit each thing is important,
right? And that's why, going right back to your point, if you just cut down the season, you would bring some more of that excitement into the everyday game.
Too, you're watching, especially when you get a team that's building or there's some new players on there. If you watch from the beginning, you kind of see if they're getting better, what the fucking
totally disagree.
What the manager's going to do,
because those players could be on another team next year. I mean, when we were growing up,
year to year. I'm not talking about
when we grew up. That was important. You had your players, and they rarely got traded, so you really were invested in them as.
No, I mean early in the season, like with the Yankees. All right, we're watching Granderson,
right?
Watching Granderson out there, new player with the Yankees. He's been around, but with the Yankees there this season. Kind of interesting. Hits a couple of home runs in the first couple of games. So now you watch and see what he does. See if he falls apart, if he's good, if Jabba Chamberlain can fucking do more than fucking 3 pitches.
That didn't help. Patrice gave you a little.
I know.
Well, here's one of the innovations. Really? You can innovate things. One of the things that baseball did, I don't know when they did it, but was they put the wild card, I guess. There's a wild card.
Yeah.
Game. So they allowed a few extra teams in.
Yeah.
Before that, if you didn't win your fucking division, you didn't play in the playoff.
You didn't play.
So the pennant was important, but that meant it took you 100. You had to you knew you sucked at 70 games. You have another 90 games to play for no reason?
You could suck for 6 months.
Are you serious? Like their playoff system is just not. It's just. I just want to know how to watch it. That's all. I mean, and I'm being dead serious because there's nothing else to watch but baseball. I just want to know how to watch baseball and think it's good.
You just can't expect too much out of it, I guess. I just like having it on, Like I said, it's as the season goes on,
it makes you comfortable.
I'll get a lot more interested in everything that's going on. But the beginning of the season, you're right. There's so many games. It doesn't matter.
During a game, like even the playoffs, what you're worried about is, this pitch, this. But if you're into baseball, maybe you're into guessing the next pitch, maybe you're into.
Right.
Here's how wacky baseball is. You probably talked about this already, but I guess Xbox 360. If you throw a perfect game in their game, you win $1 million. If you throw a fake perfect game, you win $1 million fucking dollars on Xbox, man.
Is that true, Danny? They're that confident?
It's for the 2K Sports baseball game. It's
Has anyone come
MLB
close?
2K10. You know what? I don't know.
They got to have somebody online.
Oh, and it has to be the hardest level too, I think.
You got to be playing on
obviously.
They're still showing commercials for it, so I don't think anybody's done it yet.
But has anyone come close? I mean, the gaming sites have to be a buzz with someone going, "Oh,
Probably
fuck,
not.
it was a one-hitter. God damn, he came close."
I did not piss you off.
But that's a marketing tool, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, of course it is. But I'm just saying how fucking hard it is.
Well, because
Someone
in
will
my
do it.
opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, that game sucks, and nobody really
Travis'
buys
opinion.
it. The one for PlayStation's much better. So they had to do something to make more people buy the game.
PlayStation rules.
So
Yeah, but still,
PlayStation and BlackBerry.
I tell you what, if your game is not selling,
50 people who have them.
if your game isn't selling, to risk $1 million for anybody doing something like that that the game can do, you know, that's taking a chance even to sell it. I'd rather not do that and save money.
I disagree because they're doing that. They probably sold $1 million worth of more.
$1 million more,
it's a way to make a lot of people buy a shitty game.
Right.
So,
I got to say one more thing about Granderson. When he gets a pop fly to center field, it is frightening. You're going to see some fucking errors out of this guy because he's constantly adjusting and looking like, should I be back a little further?
That's great.
That's something that's been scaring the shit out of me with this guy. He's going to drop some fucking balls out there.
There's not a lot
He took
of...
Damon's place, right? Mm-hmm. He took Damon's place?
Yeah.
That's great.
Is he better than Damon?
So far, so good.
It's only 3 games.
He's had a good start.
Yeah.
He's younger. He's
But wait,
got better range.
His eyes are all fucked up, you think?
Dude, there's
That's
something
great.
going on when
I love that.
when there's a high fly to center field and he's kind of like forward, backward, sideways.
One of my favorite players.
And by the way, the flags were still at Fenway.
Oh, really?
There was the flags were hanging.
No win?
Yeah.
One of my favorite players growing up was Dave Kingman.
Yeah.
Played for the Mets. And he either would hit a 580-foot home run or strike out horribly. That was all you got from Kingman. I love players like that. I think he has the all-time strikeout fucking record or something. In a season or something like that.
Well, they always have that a stat when you talk about Babe Ruth,
Dude, he would miss the ball by feet. Not inches, feet.
Just swinging
he would
it.
fall down. He would be swinging so hard.
it fucking.
Can you give me a Dave
into
Kingman
the dirt
highlight? I don't even know. I mean, this is going way the fuck back.
I just don't even like their culture. I don't even like that Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame. Like I don't like them.
They do have a holier than
enough
thou
with your
attitude.
stupid morality.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's
Pete
just
Rose
put that
entertained a
guy
lot
in.
of fucking people and was pretty damn impressive. Put him in there.
If he threw games, he's still one of the best players. Like he has like 7,000 hits or some shit. And it's like even if he was gambling, he was playing hard.
He was so good at gambling, they're not even really sure if he gambled.
yeah, exactly.
They had a real tough time trying to figure it out.
Seeing what he was
Enough of
gambling
baseball.
on.
It's just enough of it.
Is he fucking blowing games or is he just playing poker? Play the Lasorda tirade when Kingman blasted a homer.
Do we have that?
Denver Pest?
Yeah. Kingman was just, look it up for yourself if you care. This guy was just an animal.
He's fourth all time in strikeouts.
Right.
Oh, really? Fourth all time in strikeouts.
But I think he has the record for a single season or something. Do we have the Tommy Lasorda thing?
That's another thing in baseball. You can suck, and you're a Hall of Famer. This is how sucky baseball is. If you're a lifetime 300, you're a great fucking hitter.
Right.
That means you miss 7. There's no other sport
You're missing
where
7 out
you
of
can
10.
miss 7 out of 10 and not suck.
And you're great.
Imagine in the NBA, you're missing 7.
You're a 30% free throw shooter.
Imagine you're missing 7 out of 10 free throws.
How about field goals?
You're missing 7 out of 10, and they're like, holy shit, we got a Hall of Famer on this team.
That's what baseball, and then people go, no, that just says how hard it is. That says how much it sucks.
No, well, okay, field goals. Then how about somebody throws the fucking ball 90 miles an hour at the guy's foot, and he's then got to kick it through the fucking post?
You know what? If he missed that, if that's what you're supposed to do in football, and you missed it 7 out of 10 times, you fucking suck. You fucking suck.
That's fucking funny, man.
I love it. Fucking love it. Right.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 you blow. You know what? And you're great.
Well,
you're great.
Nothing. You can be 30%.
We should take a break. Hey, you got the Carlin fucking football thing? Carlin had a great take on sports.
Oh, the baseball, football back and forth
what
thing.
baseball
Can you find that really fast? I don't know how long the bit is, but
it's a Saturday Night Live.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's
man.
one of the greatest.
And your old friend Chris Rock. God damn, I love this Chris Rock. I wish he would do our show more. He just beat the shit out of Letterman right in front of his face.
Did he?
This thing is everywhere. Brings up Letterman's wife. You know how everyone's been kind of like tiptoeing around the fact that Letterman had, affairs with interns or whatever. Yeah. That whole thing. Chris Rock went right at him.
Was it douche chills?
It's great, and everyone is talking about it. It's 2.5 minutes. We can do it after the break.
Oh God!
Carlin bits, what, 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah, I think I might have that Lasorda Dave Kingman
let's
thing.
listen to that first. Maybe we're not.
Hopefully
perfect.
this is it. So
hopefully, real audio.
Just a few basic comments about your feelings on the game.
Well, naturally, I feel bad about losing a ball game like that. There's no way you should lose that ball game, and that just doesn't make sense.
What's your opinion of Kingman's performance?
What's my opinion of Kingman's performance? What the you think is my opinion of it? I think it was put that in. I don't opinion of his performance. He beat us with 3 home runs. What do you mean? What is my opinion of his performance? How can you ask me a question like that? What is my opinion of his
Lasorda was good.
Of his performance? He hit 3 home runs. I'm off to lose a game, and you ask me my opinion of his performance. I mean, that's a tough question to ask me, isn't it? What is my opinion?
Jesus, relax, Tommy.
Yes, it is. I asked it, and you gave me an answer.
Well, I didn't give you a good answer because I'm mad, but I mean...
That wasn't a good question.
That's a tough question to ask me right now. What is my opinion of his performance? I mean, you want me to tell you what my opinion of his performance is?
We just did.
That's right. Guy hits 3 home runs against us.
God,
he was pissed off.
You know what's great about those press conferences when a coach or something starts cursing, the reporters just sit there and take it.
Yeah,
like if someone's cursing you out, aren't you going to be like, well,
hey,
fuck you too?
Lighten up. I'm just asking a fucking
really,
question.
Man, well, go fuck yourself.
Asshole. Good.
Sorry, I pissed you off.
Kingman.
But I think they can free.
But they just sit there and
they can freeze them out of some. They so scared. Of those dudes. It's just, and that was a compliment to Kingman, by the way, right? That's like him going, that fucking guy's a beast.
But I'm sure
3 home runs against us.
I'm sure the next game he struck out 5 times.
Yeah,
that's what that's my point with this.
So he was just swinging for the fences
every
So where's he at the home run list?
Time. I haven't thought about Kingman in a while. Travis, what's the stats on him? I think he ended up getting hurt or something. He had pretty impressive numbers, and then he fell off. I don't remember how many he ended up with.
He had 442 runs.
400.
So, I mean, that's really good.
That's respectable. Have you ever heard the Earl Weaver one?
Yeah, we've played that one a few times.
I don't.
Can we do it for Patrice? I know we play this a lot.
Tirades.
The Earl Weaver one is classic. You got it, Travis?
Now, the Manager's Corner, with the thoughts and opinions of the American League's winningest manager, the Orioles' Earl Weaver. Today's show is sponsored by Baltimore's 6th Best, your area Oldsmobile dealers, Anderson Olds, Schaefer and Strominger Olds, Lee Oldsmobile, Metro Olds, City Olds, and Stuberger Olds. And now, to the Manager's Corner with Earl Weaver.
Well, Bill Whitehouse, Earl, that certainly is an answer. From Frederick, Maryland, wants to know why you and the Orioles don't go out and get some more team speed.
Team speed, for Christ's sake. You get fucking goddamn little fleas on the fucking bases, getting picked off, trying to steal, getting thrown out, taking runs away from you. You get them big cocksuckers that can hit the fucking ball out of the ballpark and you can't make any goddamn mistake.
Well, certainly this show is going to go down in history, Earl. Terry Elliott of Washington, D.C. wants to know why you don't use Terry Crowley as a designated hitter all the time.
Well, Terry Crowley's lucky he's in fucking baseball, for Christ's sake. He was released by the Cincinnati Reds. He was released by the fucking goddamn Atlanta Braves. We saw that Terry Crowley could sit on his fucking ass for 8 innings and enjoy watching a baseball game just like any other fan, and has the ability to get up there and break one open in the fucking ninth. So if this cocksucker mind his own business and let me manage the fucking team, we'd be a lot better off.
Well, certainly you've made your opinions known on the fans' questions about baseball, Earl, but let's get to something else. Alice Sweet from Norfolk wants to know the best time to put in a tomato plant.
Alice Sweet ought to be worried about where the fuck her next lady's coming from rather than where her next goddamn tomato plant's coming from. If she'd get her ass out of the fucking bars at night and go hustling around the goddamn street, she might get a prick stuck in her once in a while. I don't understand where these questions are coming from, Tom. That's about it from Manager's Corner. Go fuck yourself and the fuck with your show coming up next on the Baltimore Oriole Baseball fucking Network.
It's like,
shut Patrice up.
Could you imagine if a manager said that?
That's the greatest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Like today,
would he be gone by this afternoon?
God,
but the thing that would get him in trouble would be that last one. The other two would be fine if he just does what you call a cocksucker. Because the Puerto Rican guy from the White Sox is just as bad. I mean, he's a motherfucker, man. He says some crazy shit.
Yep.
Wow.
But did he get fired?
No, he didn't get fired.
No, he's like the most celebrated manager in Oriole history.
That was the good old days.
Oh my God, is he loved? Oh yeah,
God
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Guy.
Travis also has a clip. Fuck it, we don't have to break. Travis also has a clip of Weaver arguing with an umpire.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Have we played that one?
I think we've played it a long time ago, but we haven't played it.
Let's take a listen to this.
Behind the rubber. He's got to go behind. He did not go behind the rubber. For me, he did. Listen to him. He did not. Oh, I ain't listening to him, Eddie. Oh, that's bull. Behind the rubber. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit yourself. You're here, and this crew is here just to fuck us. Yeah. Boom. That's good. That's great. And you shut it. You shit. You've been waiting to get me out. Oh, you run yourself, Earl. You run yourself. You hit me? Yeah, because you put your finger on me. I'm glad you hit me. That's right. You're here for one goddamn specific reason. What's that, Earl? To fuck us. Oh, you're full of shit. Fuck you. 10 years and years. And don't you ever put your finger on me again. You hit me, Earl. You put your finger on me. That's okay. I didn't. You ain't gonna knock nobody on his ass. You do it again and I'll knock you right in your nose. I didn't touch you. You pushed your finger. I did not. No, you're lying. You're lying. No, you are. You are lying. You're a big liar. You are a liar, Earl. You are a liar. You are. You're here for one reason, to fuck us good. Wrong. That's the only reason you're wrong, Earl. And you'll have your chance tomorrow. You got it as quick as you can. What is wrong with you? You ain't no good. No, you aren't either. Yeah, you aren't either. You ain't no good. You're no fucking good either. Your ass will never have our games. I hope. What do I care? Yeah, what do I care? What are you doing here now? Well, why don't you call the league office and ask them? Yeah, I will. Oh, good. Don't think I won't. Good. And the quicker you get on, it'll be better too. Yeah. That's right. You ain't going nowhere. You aren't either. About 5, 10 fucking years from now, who's in the Hall of Fame? Oh, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. You know it. Why? You know it. For fucking up World Series? You know it. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame for fucking up World Series? I've won more than I've lost, kid. I know you haven't. Games, count games. You don't even know. You better get going, Earl. I better get going. You better get going. What the hell are you doing? Tell me the truth that you had your hands on me. Nah, that's wrong, Earl. Wrong.
Holy
for what? For fucking up World Series?
God, but wow. And that was just in front of a packed fucking stadium.
That was like 2 kids.
And how great is it that the ump
went with it?
Yeah.
That he goes, go fuck yourself.
That would never happen now.
No, there would be all sorts of problems. There'd be so many problems if that happened.
And it was Mike out in a second.
Right.
The guy get thrown out in a fucking second.
Earl Weaver would be suspended. I'm sure he wasn't suspended for that.
Then there would have been a
no, of course not.
No,
he used to take rule books out to the umpires and just rip them up and throw throw him in his face. And he would take his hat and he would turn it around so he could get closer to the ump's face.
So get right in the
Did he
ump's
win
face.
championships?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
God, is that funny, man?
This is
Earl Weaver rules.
I love all this stuff in sports. Bring back
Oh, yeah.
more of this. By the way, and just so we have the Kingman info right, Sean Kelly from Massapequa writes, Kingman did not drop off. He hit 35 home runs his last year at the A's. Then he was a free agent. He was such a legendary prick, he was a prick, that no one wanted to re-sign him.
Oh, is that why?
So then he had to just fade away. No one
Wow.
wanted him at that point. So, all right.